G'day guys, Hunter here from Hunter's Camping and Bushcraft School. Just a quick little video tonight just to go through what's in this bag. It's what I call my bushcraft bag. It's essentially for doing bushcraft projects, so it's kind of tool heavy. But in a worst case scenario, there's enough gear in here to get me through the night if something happened and I had to stay the night out here in the scrub with the dogs. Of course, they'd probably be feeling it because they'd be a bit hungry. So would I, but you know, these things happen. Anyway, what is in this bag? Well, on the side, I've got rigged up a little quick release stick, and I've got me piece of canvas. I can kneel on it, I can sit on it, or I can make a chair out of it. That's not for you either, alright? You stay out of it. So, let's see what I've got. This front little pocket, this is about a 40 litre backpack. Recently upgraded from a 25 litre, get off there, honey, get off. 25 litre Kmart backpack. And they're great little packs. They're like Cold Canyon or something they're called. Got a little 2 litre water bladder in there and everything. Great bags. I got about 4 of them, and they've done me a lot of years, but I've started having to carry a little bit extra stuff, and it was just bursting at the seams, which is not good for the pack. So anyway, it's got, well, we've got 3 pockets. So in this top little pocket here, I've got my little microphone pouch. I've got my fire kit. So this is my char cloth tin, flint and steel. There's a hose in there for blowing into the fire. I've also got a bag of cough lollies. Got another piece of leather. It's a leather strop, or a leather strap, but it's for stropping your knife, to keep your knife edge nice and sharp. Again, bushcrafting, you need sharp tools. Got a headlamp. There are certain things you should not go out into the bush without. Even if you leave home to come out here first thing in the morning, be prepared. People are getting lost out in the bush all the time. The ones that make it are the ones that are prepared. Speaking of which, I have got here my water purification. Well, this is part 1 of my water purification. This is mostly just to show people. But I've got the brown bag. So that's your pre-filter. You soak this in the water, you scrunch it all up till it's saturated, then you fill it up, and there's a line sewn across here. So when you hang that from a tree, that line becomes level. So anyway, you just wait for the water to get down to that line, and by that stage, the water from the outside of the bag, which could be potentially contaminated, will have drained off, and you discard it. Once that water's down to that level, or the outside water's gone, you then put it over a pot, or your billy, or whatever you've got, to collect that water. Okay, so this is your pre-filter. This just gets out the big stuff, mud and all that crap. Then I've got a generic, doesn't really have a brand, it's called Mini Well. It's like a Sawyer water filter. These are quite good, and this comes with another length of rubber hose, which you can, if you've got a plastic bag or some other container, you can hook it into that. You can run it in line into your bladder, like your camelback, and suck straight from there, and it filters. You can scoop up dirty water in your camelback and then suck it through here, and it's filtered. So the hose is designed to fit on that end, and this thing can go into a bag, and You're just sucking filtered water out of there. So it's always good to have redundancies. Like the old saying, one is none, two is one. It's very cliche these days, but it's also very true. So that just lives in there, rolled up. So if I can find water, even in a puddle, muddy old puddle, I'll be right. What else have I got? A bandana, another pre-filter for water, or a million other uses, blow your nose, wipe other things. Signalling, it's bright colour, you're hanging in a tree, you go wandering off to do something, collect firewood or whatever, you can see this hanging in a tree and you can come back without getting lost, turn around. I've got some salami sticks. Okay, so I'd have to share that with the dogs unfortunately, but that would be my dinner. I've got a little handy knife sharpener. This has got a, you just pull the knife through it. It's got a fine edge and a coarse edge, plus it's also got a little steel part on here which you can just hone the edge of your knife with. Map of my local area. Wow. So this encompasses the forest that we're in here. Topographic map, and you've got to know how to use it. Got a little knifey, forky, spoony thing that my daughter gave me. Very handy. Better than trying to whittle chopsticks. Hello. I've got some Red Stag coffee bag, because man cannot live on water alone. It's always better with coffee, isn't it? A little stand to help support it. So I found with these things they go a bit soggy and sometimes they collapse. Right, that's the top pocket. What's in the bottom pocket? Hopefully stuff I won't ever need. Apart from the gloves, they're quite handy. Israeli bandage. Snakebite kit, so proper compression bandages. And a general first aid kit. Now I put these together myself. They're not off the shelf. I have got over on this side a machete, very handy. It's it's a good quality machete. It can do most things. Homemade sheath out of a bit of PVC pipe, and it can do what an axe can do pretty much, or a small tomahawk anyway. Only it weighs about half as much. I've got my silky saw. This is the big boy. Love this thing. Absolutely tears through timber, especially green sticks. But if you get one of these, or any of these type of folding saws, just remember they cut on the pull stroke, not the push. What are you guys looking at? No Bigfoot? No Yowie? Yeah, cut them on the pull stroke. If you try pushing forwards, you can break the blades. I've got my trusty Bushcraft knife. Seen him before. It comes with a nice canvas sheath, but I've covered this one and with a kangaroo tail fur and sinew stitching. I've also got an auger for drilling holes. So you put a stick through there as a handle, you just screw it into the timber, and you can drill a nice round hole through it for 1,000,001 different projects. When I do my version of a mallet, a wooden mallet, I drill a hole through the head and then whittle a nice handle with a stick to fit, split it, put a wedge in it and everything, just like a proper hammer. What else have I got? Right, this is a carving kit, which I recently bought. It's got sharpening stones, some stropping compound, all the different knives and things that you want for carving critters. I bought the whole thing really just for this. This is your hook spoon, or hook knife for carving spoons and indentations into things. The rest of it, I've always just used my bushcraft knife. But now that I've got this, I've got nice little plastic covers on everything if I don't lose them. But a little knife like this, razor sharp, but just so handy, it's just so small and you can really get in there and do some good things with it. So I'll probably sort out what I will keep, and I might take some of this stuff out and leave it at home. But it's got a lot of useful tools in there, just need to use it a bit more. So we will do that in the future, and you guys can come along and see what we can make with it. So what I'd like you to do is actually leave a comment at the bottom of the video and tell me what sort of projects you'd like to see me try and have a crack at. What else we got? Oh, here's another knife I got. It's a Gerber strong arm. I just bought that to put it through its paces. See how it goes. So far it's going pretty well. Nice strong knife. It's actually a well, it is a Gerber. I'm pretty sure it's a Gerber, but it doesn't have the name stamped on it. So I thought maybe it's a cheap knockoff, so I'll see if I can break it. So far, I haven't been able to, so might be worth it. I've got tied to my pack my gigantic ferro rod and striker and some paste beads, sometimes known as ranger beads. Therefore keeping pace and working out your distances when you are orienteering using a map and compass. That obviously fire lighting. And I've also got my little cord and carabiner for tying the pack to a tree. I've also got some aluminium tent pegs, just for expediency's sake, and a scrim, camouflage scrim, but it's got a million uses. You can keep the bugs off your head, you can wrap it around your neck. It does, even though it's porous, it's like a net. It actually keeps you nice and warm. The ubiquitous camo army cord from Bunnings. All my stuff's held together with that. It's great, great stuff. And going back to water purification, the Holy Grail water filter. What do you get? With a stainless steel cup. 100% necessary. Do not go bush without something that you can boil water in. Just about anything else you can get away with, but if you've got the skills, but you really need something to boil water in, and you really need a knife. There's two things man-made that are quite difficult to recreate in nature. Even flint knapping, unless you're lucky enough to find some glass. Around here we don't have the stones, the rocks necessary for successful flint knapping. I hope you can still see me, it's getting quite dark. I can barely see myself in the camera. So this little bag, it's a little foraging bag. You clip it onto your belt and you can go wandering around the countryside, picking berries and whatever else you can find. It's anything interesting really, you can just throw it in there. Whether it's tinder, it's always good to collect tinder. Piece of fat wood, more cordage. Some of that cordage is a big hank of jute twine because it makes excellent tinder. More cordage, more cordage, more cordage. Okay, it appears to be a bag of cordage. That one there's a ridge line for throwing up a hoochie or a tarp. Okay, what have I got here? Okay, I made, more cordage, a 3-prong fishing spear out of some stainless steel offcuts from work. I can insert that on the end of a stick, make a spear. Or I've also made that one. That's a barbed spear and just a little cardboard and electrical tape sheath. And a whistle for emergency uses only. A very good, very loud whistle. Highly recommended. Even though I've got all this stuff and I know what I'm doing, I can be down the bottom of a ridge or down the bottom in a valley, trip over and break my ankle. Hey, I'm old. These things happen. And blowing a whistle's a lot easier to hear than some old coot yelling out down the bottom. Right, on the back I've got my poncho. It's a Jack Stillman poncho. Love it. Wax canvas. Got a blanket on the inside. Keeps you warm. You can use this as a ground sheet. You can use it as a tarp. Personally, I've got my hoochie somewhere in here. Where's my hoochie? I think I took it out to dry it. Alright, here it is. Got my hoochie. Alright, so that's my cover from the elements. And that poncho, I'd be wrapping myself up like a sausage roll. And I reckon I'll be okay for the night. Anyway, folks, that's what's in my bag. Hope you enjoyed that. Take some tips out of it. There's certain things that I would not do without. And you shouldn't either. So, look us up on the Googles, Hunters Camping and Bushcraft School. Book yourself a course and we'll get out in the wild and have some fun and you'll learn a lot of stuff. We'll just sit around and we'll have a nice chat too. Cup of coffee. All right, guys, remember, we are nature. Get out there and enjoy it. See ya.